Okay, back in the shed. We're getting ready to put this thing through a first startup, and I got all the tubes checked out last week, I think it was. Made sure that they were all up to snuff, and I think two of them were really weak. Uh, I think during our initial checkout, I don't think we got any response out of this thing. So I went to check the tubes, and yeah, two of them were bad, and of course, everything else was just as bad, practically. So anyway, we got all the other stuff done from our last segment. I've yet to clean up this antenna here. It's pretty good in shape. I'm going to have to redo the connections. I don't know if you can see it up here. And let's see if I can get this thing up a little bit higher before it falls over. Okay, I got to get the connections up here redone to the pin gizmo because they're starting to fray, and there's got about a quarter to a half inch of exposed stranded wire there. The black I'm going to completely replace. I'm going to double check the external looping on this and see if we're getting good readings on it and the others, and opt to restring at least the outer coiling on the wave magnet. I'm plugged into the dim bulb. The dim bulb is plugged into the thigh bone. The thigh bone is connected to the brain bone, and we're plugged into the kilowatt, and we're going to bring it up on two bulbs, and because it's going to require a little bit of juice, and we'll see what we got. So here we go. Bear with me. Okay, there's fire in the hole, and all I gotta do is switch it on. Pulling 280, 240, 240, 240, 240, 250, 60, 70, 8, 20, 32, 37, 55, wacka, freaka, bracka, wacka. Okay, we're pulling 410, 420, 420, 420, 420. Okay, we're looking at 420 on two dim bulbs. We have a little gurgling from the speaker, and we got dial lights. Okay, we're turned up mostly. Let me see where we're at here. We're on the shortwave band, upper shortwave. So I don't know if you could see it. There's the tips of my fiber optics glowing. Here's the other ones on the other side. So they're working out okay. Okay, let's tune and dial and see. I've got it on a long wire for an assist. And let's see if it's going to do anything.
Uploaded into a giant computer, and then the Earth
There's Alex Jones.
Dans le cadre des garanties de sécurité. Le secrétaire d'État.
I have no idea what that is. Okay, we are getting something on the shortwave thing. I'll have to dial it in because it still needs an alignment. So let's kick it over to the middle or police band. Now I got all except the overhead CFLs on, but they're about 6 feet away from here, from the antenna, so we do get a slight little buzz from those. But even more so, I have my grow lights in there in my closet in the spare bedroom that are on until about, I think, 2 o'clock. So, and I didn't go in and turn them off before starting this, so we're gonna get some interference from those LEDs in there for the grow lights, especially if we get down to the broadcast. I tell you what, just to prove to myself I'm not lying to you, I'm gonna go in. Give me a minute to go in and pull the plug on those grow lights. And let's turn these other ones off so I can get a good fixation on what this thing is doing in its subtle state. Okay, now much better. Okay, there ain't nothing there. There won't be nothing on this except way at the basement where we run into Brandon. Our local station should be down there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's a little off, so I got to do an alignment on this thing. So that's going to be in another segment. So let me turn this back up. Let's go back to the broadcast band, and we'll see what we can find on it.
About 440, 450 affiliates across the country, so pretty easy to find one in your area. And tomorrow we're going to Wednesday on ESPN, presented by State Farm.
That's a harmonic of our local.
Things like that. And for the companionship of travel, I couldn't travel alone.
That's Flagstaff.
No. Okay, then you know what?
That's Prescott Valley. Some of these other stations won't come in until later this evening. Yeah, that's our local station. It's barely coming in at all. It's pretty weak. like I say, it's going to need alignment to bring it back into proper operation. Now, we do know that is going to be okay. So we are 288 volts on the pin 3 of the rectifier. We need to be right around 260 to 280. 280. It says 280 on the paper. We're pulling 288, so we're right there where we want to be. So when it comes off the dim bulbs, it should be good and strong. I've yet to go through and punch up the numbers on all the tubes pinouts and check the operating temperatures of the tubes. So we'll be back in the next segment. Try to give you something on the cabinet. So stay tuned. Okay, now that is done, and one other thing I wanted to touch base with everyone on, well, at least the ones that watch the video, is there's a lot of people out there that do this kind of work that don't go as far as I go on it. I don't know. They seem to be real skittish about doing anything on a radio and putting any kind of effort into restoring a radio where what I call it refurbishment. It's refurbishing a radio. Maybe not in the broader sense of renewing everything in the radio to get it to working, but renewing the parts that need to be replaced to get it working, and making a little bit of an improvement to the original design, like i.e. fusing, putting proper safety caps in where needed, you know, going the extra mile and doing good work, complete work, I should say. Everybody does whatever they feel that their limit of experience will allow them to do or allow them to risk. Me, hey, I jump into it with both feet. You know, I do this so I can send these things back out into the world with my stamp of approval on the cabinet. You might have noticed that in one of my videos. I stamp all my radios with a stencil of my W.J. Burns and the year that it was completed and finalized. And these radios sell quick. I mean, there is not one radio that hasn't sold that I've done, and I've done 200. Look at see how many videos I have of radios on my YouTube channel, and every last one of them is sold. Now, some of them may have sold in 30 days. Generally, radios such as this caliper, the Zeniths and everything, and the good-looking Philcos, sometimes the Silvertones, they'll sell in the first week if they don't sell in the first 8 hours of being posted to eBay. And the one difference that I've noticed in recent memory, that if my memory serves, which it probably doesn't, is that I look for radios that have multiple bands. I don't do AM only radios. They're for other people to mess with and do a YouTube video on and everything. And the ones that I seen that do AM only radios, whether they're transformer sets or hot chassis sets, they act like they're dealing with a cobra snake. I mean, they are gun shy. Well, at least they appear to be gun shy of an AM only radio. There's no band switch in the thing, and not that many parts that's got to go in. And they want to take and check the capacitors for shorts or opens. That's a waste of time to me. When I got a radio, a beefy radio, and by that I mean a multi-band radio, a broadcast, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, along with push button tuning, or a broadcast FM, or a broadcast FM, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, and push buttons. Those are the only ones that I go for. All the other ones are not of interest to me. So shotgunning the caps, you seen how I did these. They work. It works. If you want to go through and you want to take and check this cap and that cap, and somebody says, well, check the grid bypass thing and double check this cap or replace the electrolytics. The electrolytics are a given. Replace them. All the paper caps and waxy caps, replace them. You can shotgun them and still have success. You don't need to get the radio working first. Like I said in one of my videos, all things being equal, you go through and you do the right techniques and you develop them and you go through and you check all your components up front, and then you go in and you shotgun it, and then you go in and you replace the electrolytics and you double check your values on your resistors, and you check your tubes and your coils, everything. When that thing goes to have power on it again and checked out, it should work. And if it doesn't work, you made a boo-boo somewhere. That's why I say you got to do your homework on your prerequisite work. So that's just something I wanted to get off my chest, because I keep seeing these videos of guys doing AM only sets, and they have problems with it, and they want to check this and they want to check that, and they don't want to spend money for a knob, and they don't want to spend extra money for a dial cover or this or that. No. If you're going to do this and you want to do a good job, I don't keep any of my radios. They all go out the door. That's why I'm such a stickler about doing what I do, because these radios, I'm asking some pretty good money on them. Maybe not quite as much money as I should, because I've seen these 529s go for near $700, and the last one that I sold, I think it went for $500. So, and I know darn good and well they didn't put the effort into their radio as I did into my radio, and that other radio does not have a brand new cabinet, and it doesn't have brand new knobs or the money spent for the knobs. They're spending just enough to get the money that they want. So now that I've bent your ears, I'm gonna go sit down and take a break, and then take a look at that cabinet. Have a good one.